everybody. Welcome to tonight's Big Brother 24 chat.
Hi. It's episode 26. Who am I?
It is the night before the double eviction, baby.
Oh, baby. Last time, Michael nominated Terry and Alyssa.
And we know that Terrence is Michael's target this week.
All right.
Brittany, that's not her preference.
She wants Turner up on the block.
She is so freaked out because Michael cannot play for HOH this week.
Right.
Or next week, sorry. And let's be real.
Well,
Brittany,
it is this week, but they don't know that.
True. Brittany has been very dependent on Michael winning competitions throughout the season. Mm-hmm. So now Michael can't play in this next HOH. Brittany's like, oh crap, I'm going to have to win and I'm going to have to go up against Turner. And she is not feeling great about her chances.
She peeing in a diaper about it?
She's nervous. So she really wants Turner on the block this week and for Turner to be the target. But Michael's like, no, because he made the deal.
He made Turner a promise that since he put Kyle up and Kyle got evicted, that he wasn't going to go after him this week.
Right. So Michael does not want to be going back on that promise because he doesn't want to be losing jury votes. He doesn't want to piss people off at this point with stuff like that. So he is planning on staying loyal to Turner this week.
Well, Michael has a little chat with Alyssa.
Right. He's reassuring her, you're not the target. Don't worry.
What? Are you okay with me using the veto?
Well, Michael was telling her, look, I want you to be safe this week. And if I hear any chatter about the vote possibly flipping and you being in danger, if I have the veto, I'll use it on you. But on the inside, Michael's like, I don't want to use that freaking veto.
No.
He does not want to have to put up a replacement nominee because he has promised safety to everyone else that's not on the block right now.
All right. Well, Turner and Alyssa have a chat. And Turner is pooping in a diaper right now.
Everybody's in a diaper.
Yeah. Get the Depends. I hope you got the brand deal with them because they're going through it. Mm-hmm. And through them.
No.
Yeah. So he's worried that Terry is going to tell Michael about the big backdoor plan from Direfest.
Yeah, I mean, the after party, they all came back in from Direfest being like, we're taking out Michael. And Turner's HOH last week, he was planning on backdooring Michael until Michael won the veto.
Oops.
Yeah, so Turner wants to make sure that Terrence isn't going to throw him under the bus, but like, it's already happened. It happened immediately.
So Michael and Terry have a chat. And Michael's like, so you were going to get rid of me last week?
Yeah, I heard, like, there was a backdoor plan last week, and you were part of it.
How can I do that? Because I wasn't the HOH.
Terrence is not denying that there was a backdoor plan last week, and he's like, I couldn't have done anything about it. I wasn't HOH. Like, did I support it? Maybe. Yeah. But he is trying to throw Turner under the bus here. He's like, think about who the HOH was last week.
But then DJ Showtime pulls out, well, my game might be ending here. I'm all alone. I got nobody. When I go to jury, though,
it's a whole different game. He's like, my game is going to start in jury.
You're not going to win.
I feel like the show is really sweeping under the rug the whole Kyle aspect of this situation.
Yes.
Because part of the reason why Terrence is so angry is because Brittany and Michael waited so long to share that Kyle information, and they're using it clearly for game, but they're not admitting that. So Terrence is
I don't know why they just don't admit that. Why can't they just say, look, we didn't want to blow up our game in the beginning. Mm-hmm. The diary room told us it was a bad thing, so I mean, right?
Yeah. So Terrence is telling Michael, look, I'm going to go to that jury house and I'm going to tell them the full timeline of everything that went down with the Kyle situation, and we'll see what they think after that.
Yeah, Michael
handled it like a champ, honestly.
He must have been dying on the inside, though. Like, you don't like me?
Well, on the outside, he was all like, well, I'm sorry you're on the block. Like, I don't want you to give up. Love and respect you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All right, so
then Michael goes and talks to his pals, Turner, Brittany, and Taylor in the kitchen.
Yeah.
First, he's like, okay, Terrence is telling me he's going to poison the jury against me, so that's fun.
I wanted him to pull out, are you threatening me?
Yes, Sabrina! Baby can!
Love it.
But he also lets Turner know, so Terrence was saying that you had a plan to backdoor me last week.
And Turner was like, no way. It was all Terry, baby. All Terry.
He's like, this was never going to happen, but, like, Terrence did want you to get backdoored last week, so...
I was just humoring him.
Right. Michael knows that Turner was almost definitely planning on backdooring him last week, but he wants to stick with his promise. He's not going to make waves with all that this week.
Not this week.
He knows. He's going to remember that.
All right. Well, now we need some respite from the game.
Okay.
Let's have a teachable moment.
I enjoyed the segment.
I did too. Turner is absolutely right. We do not hear enough about people who are bi.
There is a lot of bi erasure in media.
I think people get uncomfortable when they can't put people into a box.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so too.
And I think it makes people very uncomfortable when they hear bi because it's like, well, why can't you pick one?
Yeah.
You know, maybe...
Because that's not how it works.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same for the opposite way too, non-binary. Mm-hmm. You're not either. And people are very uncomfortable about, like, what do you mean you're not either?
That's also, like, non-binary is, like, a gender thing, right?
Right.
And
well,
then,
I'm saying it's the, you know.
Yeah, and then
how you identify and how.
A sexuality.
Right. And what.
Thing.
Yeah. So it makes people very uncomfortable when they can't put a label on something. And they're not happy with a label that is you know.
You're not picking a side, per se.
Right.
So I think it's really awesome that they showed this, and I think it's awesome that Turner has opened up about this to talk with everyone. And I love what he was saying about inspiring people that are watching.
Because representation is everything.
Yeah, and he said he didn't have that growing up, so...
He would have loved to have seen somebody else that was bi. He thought he was the only one in the world.
I'm sure he saw lots of people that were bi, but they weren't able to express that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Absolutely.
But I'm so glad that that's being highlighted on the show.
Yeah. Very
cool.
He gave Monty an earful. Those pool table conversations, boy.
They go deep.
They do. All right, so now it's time to pick players for the veto. Are you ready for this?
We've got our chip ready.
All right, so Michael's up first.
I love how he gave his whole, I don't want Monty to play.
I don't want Monty to play. I don't want Monty to play. Monty.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles, right? He didn't want Monty to play because he was afraid that Monty would win, and then he would have to put up, if Monty used the veto, he'd have to put up, like, Turner, Brittany, or Taylor as their replacement. Mm-hmm. So then Alyssa's
up.
Alyssa. Brittany? She picks Brittany.
Okay.
So then there's only two options left for Terrence. Mm-hmm. It's Turner or it's Taylor.
T-Squad. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm DJ Showtime, and I pick House Guest Choice.
So everybody assumes Terrence is going to pick Turner because they're close, they're buds.
He said, Taylor?
And
Taylor's like,
what? And Turner was like,
Turner had that same look on his face when Michael won the HOH.
The HOH, for sure. Peace and love, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Turner's been saying that more than ever, like in the last week or week and a half.
Got my peace love shirt on.
Yes. Right. So about these veto picks. So this became like a whole thing after the picks because everyone was like, why would Terrence pick Taylor? Terrence was telling Taylor that he wanted to use this as like an olive branch. It was like an apology pick.
No, he was punishing Turner.
Yeah, so we heard in the diary room that he's annoyed that he is getting all the flack for Turner's plan last week to backdoor Michael. And he told Turner to his face, I didn't want to put you in a tough position because I know that you're close to Alyssa and me. So I didn't want you to have to choose between the two of us if you were to win. But
Okay.
it really comes down to he doesn't trust Turner at this point because Turner has thrown him under the bus.
Well, Turner's pretty worried about getting backdoored right now.
Yeah, he's like, is Terrence involved in some plan with Michael and they're going to come after me this week? Like, what's going on here? So he was definitely nervous.
All right, well, Terrence and Brittany have a chat. And Brittany's like, you know what? You're not my target.
Brittany is
You might be Michael's target, but you're not my target.
Brittany's in her messy era these days. You're going to see it more in tomorrow's episode, but she is sloppy this week.
What the heck happened here? Because, like, she was really in a great spot.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened?
But she just freaked out.
She is tunnel vision right now on taking out Turner or Monty.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when you get tunnel vision in BB?
Yeah.
You ruin your game.
Exactly.
So she is thinking like, okay, Terrence leaving is not the best for my game.
Mm-hmm.
And she's telling him like,
And my game is number 2 at best.
Yeah, she's telling Terrence like, I don't necessarily want you to leave this week.
No.
So she's hoping that one of the nominees will win the veto and Michael will have to put up a replacement.
Right.
She's assuming that will be Turner.
Right.
And then they can vote him out.
All right. So, yeah. Let's talk about the POV.
It's BB Comics! Yeah!
Oh, we love BB Comics.
Honestly, I feel like the comics zinged harder than Zingbot this season.
Zingbot was lame. I'm sorry. Most of the comics were great.
Yeah.
Some of them were really reaching.
Some of
them, they phoned it in.
If it was for, like, somebody that didn't, like, have anything going on, you know, I don't know, like, Alyssa. But anyway,
right.
So let's talk about
So you know how
this
this is played. You get on your zip line, you peek in the studio as you're going by, and you have to find out the order.
of all the comics.
Right. And you also have to find out which is the counterfeit one and get rid of that one.
Yeah, you got to spot the differences between 2 options for each comic.
Because you're using a giant ass laptop that's, if like you were Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
And here's your giant laptop.
Where's Rick Moranis?
I don't know. It would be amazing if they had Rick Moranis come and host.
Oh my god, that'd be
BB
wild.
Comics.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
But you also have to get rid of the counterfeit ones because you can't post them on the website. You'll get arrested. All
right.
Counterfeits.
Yeah, so whoever can get their comics in order and everything first is the winner.
All right, so let's just talk about some of the comics. Indy, the Brazilian waxer. What'd you think of it?
I think it's fun. I mean, what else are they going to say? Indy, the one that wanted to throw soup in Taylor's face.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a crush on every boy.
Some of them I feel like they were kind of crap people while they were in the house. I'm not saying Indy necessarily, but some of them, and then it's like, what do you do for their comic? Like, this person is a human turd. I don't know. Like,
that would be amazing. Joseph, he's shredded.
I mean, he was always walking around with those abs out, so...
They couldn't say he was a lawyer, right?
No, they don't want to spill that.
No.
What if he was like He-Hulk or something, and it was like, he's a lawyer?
Well, Hulk is a guy. So
I know, but, you know, it's a play on She-Hulk.
Oh, okay. That would be interesting, and I guess it would get a lot of people thinking, and it probably wouldn't even matter at this point, but I'm sure they had this assignment done way before... So.
Yeah, I don't know when they finalize these comics, but let us know if you're watching She-Hulk in the comments. I haven't started it yet, but I'm
not watching.
Planning on watching eventually.
Michael, the copycat. How lucky for Michael to have one of his cats
immortalized in this
comic. In Big Brother Annals of Fame.
Is that the word?
Annals.
I don't think it's pronounced annals.
It is tonight.
Okay. I loved Michael's comic. It was actually one of my favorites.
How is that cat going to explain it to the other two why he was or she was chosen and the others were not?
Yeah. Wait, it's
fun,
Lila, Sasha.
It's 3 girls.
Is Megan the third one?
Oh, I don't know, but I love that. Is it Megan
the girls.
For Megan Hilty?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the Duchess of Sussex.
Okay.
You never
don't
know.
Use that title anymore.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
All right. So then we had Nicole, the short order crook.
Yeah, so I guess she was like a villain, which is
Or did she steal somebody's stuff?
What do you mean?
When she left.
Oh, I thought the screaming veggies were a lot of fun.
Amira is Avira.
I didn't really get the significance of this one. I guess she wasn't around for very long, so I was like, whatever.
Hey, Amira sounds a lot like Abira, and we've been drinking a lot, so let's, I'm just thinking about the graphic artists, like, hey, she's Abira.
Okay.
Daniel is Old McDaniel.
Yeah, no. Yeah, this one didn't really make that much sense to me either.
Didn't land very well.
I wonder if they wanted to do like an Elvis thing and they couldn't get legal to sign off on it.
That's possible. But I mean, he is an Elvis impersonator, so like...
Yeah, I don't know.
They should have done like, hey, look, it's fake Elvis.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the legality of all that in a situation like this.
All right. Brittany.
Oh, okay.
Britt
Flea, she didn't get, like, the significance of this.
The head itch in charge. Well, you know who did get the significance of this was Taylor.
Terrence! Well, Terrence was the one that figured it out first.
Oh, okay.
He told Taylor. This happened, like, I can't remember if it was the day after. Like, I think it was the morning after. Terrence was like, hey, so, like, what do fleas do? They, like, attach themselves to a host.
Yes.
Michael. Yeah, so basically, they're calling Brittany out for riding coattails. Oh my god! She was like, "What, do I have some sort of like itching thing that I don't know about that I don't realize that I'm doing?"
I have to say that was my favorite comic. What was your favorite comic? Did we get to it yet?
Well, I really love Michael so far. Yeah. Oh my god, the next one was a burn! Kyle!
Reptile Dysfunction.
Honestly,
which isn't really accurate.
No, but I'm surprised that they called him out on this when they haven't addressed it on the show.
He didn't have any trouble popping boners. The problem was,
Well, it's interesting because usually these comics follow the storylines of what we've seen on the show. So I think they're just like really sick of him and they're like, you know what, we're freaking doing this. We don't care.
We don't have anything else. Let's just do it. I mean, was it going to be Mormon Man?
No, ex-Mormon Man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I don't really get Turner's so much. First of all, they made Turner look dirty.
They're saying he's like a dirty Rambo.
Yeah.
Rug of War.
Yeah.
He's a rug maker, so.
Yeah.
He was getting all the villains tangled up in rugs. But yeah, he didn't seem like super into his.
No.
He should hang that up in the rug shack though.
Yeah, definitely.
After he gets it back.
Terrence's was DJ Snowtime.
The most chill beats.
Pooch was a pooch.
Yeah, he was a dog. The pooch. Those tongues, though, whenever they have the long tongues, that freaks me out. Yeah. Like, Kyle's had that, too. And I'm just like, ooh, put that back in your mouth.
Oh, how on brand for Taylor. The Taylor chip. That was actually pretty funny.
I thought it was good, yeah. Yeah. And she looked like an ass kicker. She had all those guys piled up in the back.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Jasmine, the Sprainiac.
This was another one of my faves.
That was my runner-up
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
She had the muffins in there. She had the boots. She had the crutches.
Did you eat this half muffin?
Who ate the half? Was it you, Joseph? I had forgotten about that gem.
We had Monty as the Count of Monte Twisto.
Honestly, if I had this comic, I'd be really nervous that people would think I was, like, involved in some sort of twist.
Yeah.
Because it had, like, callbacks to all these old twists. Like, they had the coaches. They had Brittany and Dan in there. They had Team America from season 16.
Yeah.
They had the BB Hacker. Like, all sorts of little... BB-8. They had Eric, America's player. I
don't know why they did this for him.
I think just because it was a play on the name.
dangerous.
But yeah, I would be
up on
freaking nervous. I don't think so. I don't think anybody was really reading into that much. But it was cool, though, that they had, like, some former house guests included in there and things like that.
Well, there was different strategies, whether you were concentrating on the order of them or whether you were concentrating on which was counterfeit or not in your little selection box.
I really think it makes more sense to do the order first and then the differences, right?
I would honestly work on both of them at the same time.
My strategy, I feel like we talk about this every year, but my strategy would be put them all in order. And then look at each one and see what the differences are. And then go again for confirmation of what's what, and you can hit a few at a time if you know what you're looking for. Right.
See, I would work on it at the same time. I would take, like, the first 2 or 3 and, knock it out like that.
That sounds good, too.
Okay, so Brittany fell a lot. That's very
those looked like hard
high
falls
to fall from, and it does not look like there's much cushioning there. I mean,
those mats are very misleading. I don't think they're as squishy when you land on them as they look.
And she ended up on her ass, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Monty was going super slow.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get a good look, right?
Yeah.
With those comics.
Terry's was
blasting through. He was going too fast.
He was going too fast, but he was also taking some hard falls. All right, so let's get to the times.
Overall, it was a pretty fast group.
Except for Terry.
I mean, Terrence was the one outlier.
It took him over 25 minutes, and he was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident. I did that pretty quick.
Okay.
And then everybody else was, except for the winner, was 12 and 13 minutes.
Yeah.
But the winner was Michael.
Michael blew everyone out of the water.
9 minutes. Just over 9 minutes. 9 minutes and 8 seconds.
I think that might be an overall record for
BB
Comics.
It might be. So Michael won his 6th veto this season and broke Janelle's 16-year record of 6. Well, she had 5, and he has 6 now. So
there were a handful of people that also had 5 vetoes.
They had tied.
Yeah, but now Michael is the sole leader.
That's amazing.
That's really cool.
That is very amazing.
You love to see stuff like that happen to a real super fan of the show. So
absolutely. Good
for him. And he's also now tied for the overall single season competition record.
Right.
With his 3 HOHs.
How old is Michael? Do you know? Do you remember?
He's about my age, I want to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little younger? I think he's like 29.
Okay, yeah.
28, 29, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, good for him.
All right, so Terry has a few tricks up his sleeve because he's like, well, I may have lost the veto, but...
He thinks maybe he can get Michael to use it on him.
Well, he has some tricks, all right. We won't talk about them till tomorrow, though. Because I wonder how much they're going to show.
Well, we were talking about some in the spoiler today, if you haven't watched that yet.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so Brittany and Turner...
Oh boy, this is where it really starts going downhill for Brittany this week. What a mess.
So she starts talking to Turner, and she says...
This conversation, by the way, happened at like 5 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Go to sleep!
They're both playing for second place, because Michael, let's face it, he is a calm beast.
If anyone goes to the end with Michael, you're not going to win, right? No. Michael's going to take that win.
So she needs a backup plan. And she is looking to have Turner be a hitman for her and take out Michael.
I mean, that's what she's saying anyway, but...
She can't even believe she's saying it. Michael is her best friend.
So, yeah, she's been talking to a lot of people about how Michael's got to go, but we got to wait until the right time. But in the diary room, she has talked about how she actually does want to go to the final 2 with Michael, even if...
It means second place.
Yeah. She wants to go to the end with him, but she is trying to set herself up. Just in case somebody does take Michael out, she wants to get Britt fleed by somebody else. Yeah. So she's trying to make sure a lot of people would pick her for the final 2. And she's telling Turner, like, I think we would have a fair shot against each other. We could, it wouldn't be a landslide either way.
I think Turner was so stunned that he was like, Monty wants to take out Michael.
So Brittany's like, oh.
Monty wants to take him out.
I guess Turner and Monty are as close as I thought.
Guess they're working together.
Duh, wake up.
Yeah. So Brittany goes and tells Michael. You can run and tell that, Brittany, right? So you tell Michael that Turner and Monty are
working closely together.
They want to take you out. So maybe you should use the veto this week and take out Monty if you don't want to take out Turner.
Like, no. He wants Terrence to go, and he is not budging on that.
All right, so Michael and Turner have a recap chat there, and Turner tells Michael that Brittany wants him out.
Turner is ready to flip the script here. He's like, so Brittany had this wild conversation with me. She wants you out. She tried to make final two with me. She said that she's forming some group with Alyssa and Taylor. So, like, there's all this information coming out, and they didn't show it here.
This is the Brittany Alliance tour.
Yeah, but I believe this was also the conversation where Turner tells Michael, hey, me, you, and Monty, that could be a cool group, I guess, maybe, right? So, that is the birth of a new alliance, which I guess they're going to be getting into in tomorrow's episode, since they are going to have 2 hours to fill.
Don't screw us, Big Brother. Remember the last time you had a 2-hour episode and we were all like, what the hell is this?
Please give us more than 20 minutes of, like, interesting content tomorrow. Please. So, yeah.
So they had the POV ceremony.
Okay.
And Michael did not use the veto.
Now, going into this, Michael was saying he was going to let the jury know through his speech that Terrence was threatening to poison him with jury. Because Michael knows, as a superfan, the jury gets to watch all of the ceremonies and all the speeches.
I must watch the ceremony.
Yeah, I don't know if Michael went through with it and talked about that in his speech and we just didn't see it, or if he decided not to go through with it. But we didn't see it on the episode tonight.
Well, Michael said, I love and respect you both. Campaign your asses off. Do everything you can to stay.
Yeah.
And good luck.
That's that. So, yeah, Terrence and Alyssa up on the block. One of them, or maybe both, who knows? One at least will be leaving tomorrow in double eviction.
Baby, and it's 2 hours long. So make sure you grab some extra snacks and then check back with us.
Yeah.
And we got to go because we got a battery that is about to die.
Let us know who you want to leave during the double eviction tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And until next time, much love.